Okay, hello people. This is Individual. Welcome to Quasimorph. We've been streaming this, but since this is the beta and one of the last ones we're going to be having, I'm just realizing probably music is too loud. Maybe like this. I don't know. You tell me if there's anybody on the other side. Anyway, as I said, as we're approaching 1.0, I guess it's time we start over-explaining the things a bit. So anyway, fresh install, because I've been installing Linux on most of my setups, so I really don't have the test save I was doing. We're gonna get a new save. Usually you can take the 3 difficulties you have. Easy is gonna treat you very well. Normal is where you should be playing at all, and unfair is gonna be unfair on you. So what we're going to do is go normal, but customize it a bit. We've got evacuation rules, which usually add on mission done. I already tinkered with that. So usually you go for cheap obtained, or if you're an easy on any time, we will go with mission done only. There's an emergency case evac, we won't be using it. There's a floor restart on death, we won't be using it. Cloning of our operatives, we'll need a new chip, we will lose everything on death, we will lose our perks, our rank. The perk XP we're gonna leave as is. Starting equipment we're gonna leave on field, we will only have one operative, one starting class. We will have a random operative and a random starting class, also random equipment. Repairs are not activated, difficulty curve and tutorial we're gonna take out, and we're gonna start at a random starting location. Combat and sandbox, I'm not touching them. I think it's quite okay as is. So without any further ado, let's get in.
The history of humanity is written in tears and blood. Liars, tyrants, idealists, they all tried to bring happiness on the edge of a sword. We waited for liberation from the shackles of fate, and were ready to go through the last judgment for it. Not for the glorious death for the eternal kingdom, love, or the Lord, but for a way to step off the path of suffering. But when the apocalypse came, we shrugged our shoulders and started profiting from it as usual. The creatures lurking in the depths of space didn't seem scarier than our own world. Armed with the hope that the darkest hour comes before dawn, we try to survive until the first rays of the sun.
Okay. The contextual help we're going to be receiving during the game is provided by Jane, who is the AI who's assisting us. They're just here to help us understand the game. The setting is dystopian, set in the future, circa 2200. And this is about an anarcho-capitalism revolution who took over the earth, and humanity has expanded beyond earth and is exploiting mostly everything on the solar system. But one of our latest missions for one of the contractors, we happen to wake up some demons came phasing from another dimension. This is basically the gist of it. Those demons are called Teslan, and well, we must now deal with the consequences. We do have a chip we retrieved from that very mission, which is property of Ancon, and the game offers quite a few solutions to the quandary. We can give it back to Ancon, we can give it to other corporations. If we give it to one of the major corporations, there's basically two different kind of corporations. We've got the Hexarchs, which are the major powers. Currently 4 of them. We've got Dilthy, Ancon, Realwar, and SBN. And then we've got the rest. There's going to be Fresco Corporation, which was the corporation we were working for when we awakened the Quasimorphs. For or against? I can't remember now. It's in the lore, but... And then there's another one, but we don't know about it. Anyway. The game consists of basically 3 different layers. You've got a tactical layer, which is where we will be going when we do missions. There is the solar system, which is where we will be traveling around to do the missions, set from one planet to another and one satellite to another. And then that's the spacecraft we're in. And this is where the base construction comes in. We shouldn't have anything to improve the Argos. We've started with random starting equipment. Well, we do have a gun. That's something. But quite nothing else. We've got ammo for a different kind of gun than the one we're holding. We've got antibiotics. We've got a bit of food. And we, of course, got the secret data, which is income. But we're probably not going to give it to them. So, to get the game started, if you don't get missions on your first deployment, you have to just travel around. You travel by going to the system map and then looking for places to go. We're at Jupiter, which is quite a-okay. Jupiter and Mars, jointly with the Earth and one of the Earth stations, are the only ones which don't have Quasi right now. So to get the game started, it's quite okay to be here. We're probably traveling to Jupiter. That will give us a lot of choices going forward. But before we go down, we also got the stock exchange, which explains the different power ratings, technology rating, and relations we've got with the different factions. For example, if we go to Realwar, we're at +10 with them. They're Tech 1, they've got 12 assets, which is 12 bases through the system. TES, which is the Quasimorphs we awakened, has 4 assets, is Tech 2. And we've got +20 relation with them because we awakened them. And then different corporations are going to have different attitudes towards you. Everyone starts at Tech 1 except TES, and from here they will start evolving. Sorry about the cat. The cat is being cut. It always feels like start meowing when I stream because reasons. Anyway, as I said, other things of note. We've got in the stock market the valuation of the different goods we're gonna be finding on missions. These are also goods that we probably need, mostly need to upgrade the ship we're in. And then we've got the Magnum menu, which is just a log of how many missions we have completed, how many humans we've killed, how many quasis, how many barons. Barons are the boss Quasimorphs. How many deaths we've suffered, how many allies we've killed, how many chips we've unlocked on this run, what's our total net worth, how many amputations we have gotten, we have suffered, how many amputations we have done. Last but not least, yeah, game is crazy like that, how many cannibalism acts we've committed. So, as I said, usually start on Mars, we haven't started there, and we will go to Jupiter.
We can terminate orbit, sir.
Travel takes time, time makes the game auto-resolve missions, and the game auto-resolving missions also results in power ratings changing. They also get tech and power from their own research and how many assets do they have. So it's important to just notice how things are evolving. And it looks like TES is doing good. Real wear and income were pretty high last we looked, and in those 10 days they've suffered a bit. We've got the first mission, either espionage for Corward or an infiltration for civil resistance. We're probably going for the infiltration, but first, who do we want to give the chip to? If we give it to Ancom, we get the main storyline. If we give it to Realware, we've got an alternative storyline. If we give it to anyone else, maybe Tesla also has an alternative mission. I don't know for sure. If we give it to anyone else, we don't get that, but we get a bit more stuff. So with that in mind, I'm considering we're probably just controlling the exarchs in this run, because I like going for them. We're probably giving it to Daedream. This is gonna give us a chip, which is a random one. We get a backpack. We get a gunsmith kit, which allows to fix firearms, but in the beta it just gives you the ability to repair everything. The blacksmith allows us to repair armors. We get a turret, and then we get a weapons case, which if we disassemble, we need this to upgrade the Magnum, but even so, I'd much rather have the choice of weapons, and same with the armor case. We're gonna crack it open, and it's gonna give us cadet armor, legend armor, which is good. We only got glory pants, but that's quite okay for our first mission. Anyway, once we've got everything, I'm going to quickly sort weapon, well, everything by tabs, because I'm a bit like that. I'd much rather have everything organized the usual way. Than have clutter just invade. Everything. So there's that. So So I'm on weapons on 2, armor on 3, food on 4, medicines if we have them on 5, scrap materials go on 6, and then barter items and upgrade items go on 7. This is mostly how I organize things. Everyone does it differently, so whatever. Anyway, about that, we had that mission. We could go in for Corward, but Corward usually skyrockets quite quickly, so we're gonna give some help to the civil resistance. And I mean, we've got Vicky. It's not a bad start. She's been nerfed. She has only 90 health and 8 vision now, but it's better than nothing. And we are Valkyria, which means we want to use SMG, which is a bit iffy at the start of the game. Anyway, as for weapons, I mean, we do have an SMG, but we will be taking a shotgun. Get a bit more ammo for both. And yeah, we only have a fighter, so fighter it is. Let's go legend with glory pants. And that leaves our resistances quite high for the moment being. So we've got a 69% blunt resist, 79 pierce resist, 59 cut resist. We got some cold, a bit of poison, actually quite some poison, some shock, and some beam resist. We're against Corward, which means we're basically gonna face physical damage. So that's blunt, cut, and pierce. So Tianming tried to create an atmospheric particle accelerator, abandoned station, blah blah blah. Scientists, so we're going to have scientists. Okay, this could be good. We're going on an infiltration, which is one kind of mission that boosts the tech available for the factions involved. Yeah. So we could actually have some nice things here. We don't have food, now that I think about it. This could be a bit of a problem. This probably does nothing for us. Fury, cannibalism, carnage, blah, 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 blah. Blood possession, ritualism, masochism. Yeah, as expected, it does nothing. But we will carry it around for the moment. A bit, well, no water on the toilet, but on the sink. Yeah, everything's rotten here, so no need. Okay, basic movement. We've got three different stances in the game. We've got a sneak stance, stealth stance, in which we only have one action point, but we notice hidden enemies in a radius, and all inventory actions are free. We've got a second movement stance, which is normal walk, in which we have two actions. Satiety drain is a bit higher, and we don't have the detection range. Last but not least, there's a run mode, in which we do have three actions, but The counterpart to it is we don't have access to the inventory, and we can't interact with objects. That being said, you usually want to be walking unless you're approaching a door, in which case going stealth is not bad. This should be doing... oh, it isn't. Yeah, we're on Valkyria. What I'm thinking. So, explosive barrels. You probably want to defuse them, because if a bullet goes to them, you've got a bit explosion, which sets fire everywhere. That being said, we're not gonna touch the one on the left. We're just going to defuse the one on our right, because that gives us cover protection from where we could, if needed, fight the hordes, because the hordes will come, that's a given. Okay, no one in here. And this actually connects to the station. We've got one last room back here. I think it's just the oven, so no need to go there. Hack the wall, well, the container. Cause containers, 2x2 containers, 2x1 containers, and barricades like this one here do actually provide cover from shots, so it is quite handy when we're advancing to actually be hacking them. This is good. I mean, not the fragmentation grenade, but we need the welding machines. We're probably taking both. And another thing we found is our first mine chip, which unlocks a clone. I guess this is something I haven't addressed. It is not as PMCs who go into missions. We're sending in clones with different abilities and stats. So you definitely want to be finding chips. Chips allow you to unlock new clones, and depending on your settings, if you go with normal settings, they are just here to allow you to upgrade your clones. But if you go for unit chip to reclone, it is quite handy to have some spare chips. So we will take Francis. And we will prepare to actually breach that door. That's a toilet, and quite a big one for what it's worth, so I'd much rather go from the other side. I just avoided advancing on my last move in case I was finding someone, because you don't want to be receiving the full burst. Okay, that's doable. So let's move back. We're gonna use the SMG because it's gonna give us some experience. We dealt with the melee person who was down here, and now it's just a matter of dealing with the range one, which we might be doing better with just the shotgun. Again, we don't have food, so we very much want to sort that quickly. Okay, are we jumped? No, we're not. This is the data miner we're finding on the body. If we were jumped, this allows us to circumvent that and get a map of the station we're in. Okay. You're not gonna be shooting over your friend because you're not adjusting, so I can't take that first shot. Sorry. That is good, you don't have range from that. We're seeing a fellow craft. She's got to move. So we have to be aware of that. But anyway, it is enough. That's a bit more of a problem. So, he's behind cover. I'm not going to have an easy approach here. There's probably a 2-mover just by him. I'm gonna go stealth, so I can get 3 actions and just scrap everything these 2 fellow crafts have on them, so I can apply plastic to my wound. Plastic gives you a 30% of healing blunt damage, which is basically what we've got right now. We've got a fracture, so there goes that. Using not medical supplies, supplies which are not medical, gives you a flat 10% infection chance, so you have to be aware of that. But other than that, this is as good as we get. So we drop the spring, we go into run mode, which is only going to apply next turn, and then we step backwards. Okay. Stepping backwards looked like the thing to do, because we've got a master just in front of us. And we're going to swap the weapon into spray mode. We've got quite a lot of... what's the word? Scatter. But we're going to be hitting them both. And move backwards. This allows us to get to cover, get back to normal firing mode, and wait for our friendly, well, not friendly, but allow for the enemy to move forward while we were in cover. One, which is good. We're gonna be reloading the SMG because it's faster. We're okay. Use more plastic because we haven't healed. It looks like nobody is coming in. So we start slowly but surely crawling forward. That's good, that's a management unit, we need that. That's food, we also need that. Would be ideal to get a melee weapon, but beggars can be choosers. We advance to just to be in cover and keep gathering the ammo. I guess we need a bit more plastic, so let's dismantle some more, because that fracture is gonna resolve in 2 turns. And we will roll. We failed the roll. It's not the end of the world. We hide. And we apply more plastic. Move in here, get cover. And we're basically in the station proper now. One thing I want to do is dismantle that barrel, but to do so I have to wait for my full movement. It's always a bad idea to open doors or just move to barrels with your last move. It could mean enemies enter your field of view, can shoot you, which is not the case here. Some food on the storage, which is good. It looks like this goes down. We're gonna go around these boxes because they give partial cover. So that's what we want to do. Check. It's okay. And we keep going. More welding machines. This is just a blacksmith. I mean, we're getting quite heavy. We have a minus 52% from the weight we're carrying. Which means our total weight, the dodge is going to minus 22. Which basically guarantees that if anyone at all is shooting at us at all, they're gonna hit. However, in this first level, you already know this is going to happen. Okay, that didn't heal at all. I don't have a clear shot, so I will just blow that barrel, or try to. Early game accuracy, man. Finally. We've blown some people out of the station with the blast, but it was the quicker way of dealing with everyone here. So, door should have closed on us. We're gonna be peeking around just to see. We ran out of plastic, so we start using rags. Rags are not as good for fractures, but it is what we've got, so we make use of the components we have. Yeah, cat, we know. Gonna use the weapon part we got from recycling that gun. Okay, that's this man. These aren't this. Going to run mode. And yeah, this Sia Jane is actually scary. She's got her robo head. Thankfully though, it's one of the AR heads, the industrial robot heads. And that's the operative we needed to kill, so that's good. This is a good gun. But getting more weight on us is not what we're looking for. So we keep the plastic, we leave the gun behind, and we'll keep going. We find another crate. It would be good to get the AI module, but we're overweight. Oh well. Lucky. Okay. Let's see if there's someone else. Give it some time. You don't want to be running into people. And that's what just happened here. Thankfully, it's not that complicated to get rid of them. You're melee, and you finally have a melee weapon, which means we're going to solve our food problems. He hasn't even seen us. Finally. We were just moving around in stealth. Reload. Yeah, whatever. Use what we have. And we pick the chip, we'll just find. Training materials are good. That just gives us levels. So let's satiety drain every time we use meds. Well, that's not going to be helpful, but heals wound 15% more of the time is actually good. And shock status giving us experience, well, that's not going to be helpful now. Oh yeah, we need it. Your weapon. Because we actually need to start getting food. Okay, 4 food parts is actually better. Drop the knife for a second. We don't have ways of dealing with infection, so I'm not going to immediately eat that meat. Instead, what we're going to do is backtrack a bit. Spill some fuel on the ground. Get the fuel back on the barrel and just get the meat on the ground. That allows us to move back and just set a big fire. The fire will cook the meat. So it will allow us to not die from starvation. That's why I didn't want to go into a planet where we had Quasimorphs from the very beginning, because actually using this meat, either cooked, fried or just raw, is going to raise the Quasimorphosis. We will be dealing with that, explaining it when we find a planet where we do have Quasimorphs. This is not here, thankfully. I want to reload. Note how we are slowly healing now that we do have the calories. Seems like nobody at home. Yeah, this is just a dead end, which means we exit to the other level. Did we actually pick? Yeah, the frame. I think we tried to take it out. There's patrols moving around, so it could well be that we have things coming from other parts. Okay. So, autodocs. Autodocs allow you to heal wounds, but they must be charged. You can recharge them with batteries, and luckily we do not have batteries with us. Medical machines. Medical machines allow us to actually build medical supplies, which is a good thing. Let us craft some of them. We need a bit more plastic, but we don't have it available. Guess we can lose the thread. The skin, it can be useful, but not right now. Medical cabinets. We'll have medical supplies, and we've just acquired a military first aid kit and an nanostim. I'd much rather have the nanostim on the vest. You're not going to give us anything at all. That was a training item. It's useful for other classes, but not for the one we're sporting right now. And this is also a dead end, which means the elevator down to the second floor should be down here. Another chip. That's Nico, which we haven't got. And then an engineer kit, which is something we probably want to extract. But man, look at ourselves right now. I mean, I guess we can take it over the blacksmith. Just repair the little chip damage we've suffered. Shouldn't be anyone left here. Actually, there's someone left. Okay. And this is a dead end, which means we haven't quite found our way out yet. Really? Okay, break through the door, I guess. Maybe you have meat? No. We've dealt with all of them. It's okay though. Later on, you don't have to resort to committing cannibalism acts so often. But as we start the game, yeah, usually it's more complicated. Leave the bone behind. Really? Do I? No, actually we're gonna leave some ammo behind. You already have a starting point. Get more meat, which basically allows us to spill more fuel on the ground. Go to coal, actually. Only got 3 food pieces, but better than nothing. Oh, we won't be able to hit from there. So let's go for this angle and back off. Go into stealth and just wait for our delicious snack to be ready. You're almost broken. I mean, all the bones are mostly broken. As we take you. And we go the only way we haven't gone yet, which is down this hallway. Some more food. Disarm the barrel. And yeah, you're down here. Okay, you're a bit scary. Gallon does nothing for us. This is probably a dead end, which means the elevator is here. Oh, haven't looked at the container, I think. Oh no, we did. Okay. Elevator room. But let's look at what we have on this back room, because I'm not used to this station type. I just started. I've only been one time to Jupiter, so... Anyway, I do have to make a phone call, so I think this is a good point to take a 5-minute pause, and we'll keep going from there. I'll be just back in 5 minutes. Okay, we're back. So we're on the second floor and we're not jammed. We have to kill 4 enemies. Looks like 3 mercenaries and an overseer. And then we'll have the mission completed. We have to way down here. But first, let's look at the scanner, which will give us the basic objects layout. If we had batteries on us, we could charge it to know where the enemies are and where the way down was if this were a level that had an elevator down. This mission though only has 2 levels, which means even if we charged it, we wouldn't get that info. Okay, I really don't want to step into this hallway, so let me step backwards, blow these barrels, and go into stealth mode. Looks like there's people around. You stepped up. Actually... Oh, come on. That was a misclick. But we didn't get a wound. So that's something. Let's shotgun him. We see there's 2 other bodies on the ground, which were from the explosions. So that's good. Let's keep moving forward slowly. We go into stealth and we don't see enemies in this following room, which is good. And we're seeing a print. I guess we will go in. Printer is making cutters, for which we would need 4 pieces of rusty metal. But we probably wouldn't want to do a cutter, so... Oh, before I forget. So, we're currently... wasting about 8 calories per step taken. Let's drop a bit of weight of things we don't need. We're down to 51 kilos, which is not much of a change, actually. Guess what we dropped wasn't that heavy at all. But that will give us basically a bit more dodge. We do have slugs. Slugs change the firing mode of our shotguns, but we probably don't want to take them right now. There's .42 bullets, but we're not taking them either. We got a bit of damage on the leg armor, so let's fix that. Guess what? I saw you. Fire is going down. So let's take a look. And this was the room where we had the objectives. And actually the fire has dealt with them for us. Which is great. This overseer has a robotic part. But we sadly didn't get it. Fix you. We can take an AI module. And now it would depend on how greedy we are. The answer is very. Which sometimes can lead to fatal mistakes. Okay. Die would you? Is there anyone else here? Not really. This allows us to repair weapons, all kind of weapons. So we're gonna do that. Reload here, because we have ammo. That's the bone we used, so it's depleted and we can't use it. There's blood trailing around, which probably means we have someone. That someone was a bot. There's somebody else. So let's deal with them. Keep exploring the level. Regeneration is good. Sangbi gives us regen. We were very low on health. And also quite low on calories. Grab the knife in case going out we find something we want. That's the toilet, that's not going to be useful. Get you and hide. I'm not seeing anyone else, which doesn't mean there isn't. Exactly. Should have reloaded, but never punished. So move forward and keep exploring. Another printer, which we will explore on our way out. That's the reason why we were so low on health. I hadn't noticed we were down. We had an injury, so step back, move forward, start dancing. And be sure there's nobody left at the room. We go into stealth mode just so we can do all the actions without using our precious AP. That's the robot head, which we don't want. Nothing here. And nothing here. And we don't you. Keep us going down. So let's keep exploring. We got a door to the left. I mean, another welding machine is actually good for us. Would have been good to get the confirmation there's nothing left, but we can live without it. So let's grab some boxes on the way out. Let's see the printer, it's just for a Hydra, which is a revolver, which we don't need. And we basically go back to where we left our loot. The meat. Not that we need it, but drop the stuff which is less useful now. This is a decent haul for a first mission. So we call for evac, and off we go. This is the after-action report. So Corward is forced to find another way to learn about the plans for the civil resistance. I think that events around the Great Wrestler Ring are only gaining momentum. Mission Revolution completed. We gave civil resistance plus 200 power, and we gained 8.5 rep with them. Corward, as a victim of the mission we completed, ceases to want to trade with us, and we lose 8.5 rep with them. As a mission reward, we get a partisan armor jacket, we get some guardsman clothing, and some nails. That's what you get for working for the civil resistance. It's not ideal. They usually don't give great rewards. Leave this at home. Leave this at home, divide, reload, divide, 125 shells for our next adventure. So drop everything where it should be. And we finished the mission. No missions generated while we were done, but the welding machines allow us to upgrade the conveyor. And actually, I'd rather go this side. I mean, other than producing, we need materials to produce stuff, so other than making sorbent, there's not much we can do. So we will just craft a bit of sorbent. That's okay. And look at the system map. Traveling 10 or 14 days is not going to do a lot for us here. So one of the things that people usually is afraid of. Hey, hello, how are you doing? I just noticed your message, Archives. I didn't see you. I don't know how long it's been. Maybe you just yelled at 20 minutes ago. Anyway, one thing I learned from Archives is you mustn't be afraid of traveling. So 111 days seems like a very bad idea,
We can terminate orbit, sir.
but it will actually just allow factions to grow on tech, so we get better rewards from the missions, from the people we're killing, basically. And this way, we will be a bit better when we get into missions. So, anyway, stock exchange. Yeah, Civil Resistance actually took the boost we gave them and skyrocketed here just for doing one alien. They've actually lost an asset. No, they start with 9, so they haven't lost anything. They just have been auto-resolving on plus power missions like crazy. Railway, Dream. It's okay. I mean, it's surprising to see Ancom and SBN so low, but it also fills our needs very well. As we can see, people have been teching. Civil Resistance now is Tech 2, which means they have access to all the items on Tier 1 plus all the items on Tier 2. Again, this is not a 100% guide because there's sometimes items in Tier 3 which become available. Think of it as factions do have all items in storage. It's just a matter of being able to rebuild them again. And sometimes as they tech up, they gain access to stuff they are not yet able to produce, if that makes sense. This is mostly noticeable on story missions. Story missions, we're told, exist outside of the tech world, but the way I see it is story missions are just where the factions send their best gear, and their best gear, I mean, not elite gear, but if you do the tutorial starting on normal, you're gonna find people in the first mission just wearing people front armor. And that doesn't mean the game is cheating, that means those 5 call notes in that first tutorial mission, which do have people front armor, they're just high ranking call notes who happen to have these available to them. So it is a good idea to do the tutorial mission. Anyway, we do have missions for Civil Resistance and Church, which they're not that appealing. There's no one here who needs very much controlling, so let's look at the other options on Phobos. That's going to auto-resolve for Sunlight Coven. People front is excellent. I don't know how long you've been here. I've been installing Linux on all my computers. So I also played the tutorial last night. And yeah, going with a melee weapon against one call not with people front, that was painful. Man, very. But yeah, anyway. This conquest defense is going to resolve in favor of Sunlight Coven. I mean, there's a 20% power difference, and the defender always, in my experience, gets a flat percent bonus when doing defenses, so that's not going to need of us. There's an easy infill against Sunlight. I mean, we could go the other way around. We could go on a difficult espionage for against Sunlight. Sunlight are Tech 3. I mean, it will be fun. Again, Valkyria doesn't do much for us. We've got a bit of beam. Do I lose Legend just to give myself a 7% more beam resist here? I mean, it's not going to do much. It's going to bring us to 25, which is probably a 37 resist. Disassemble these and see if we got anything better. Not really. Not really. Not much for food, but some food which we can bring on our way in. And yeah, let's go for it. But I'm going to make a small bio break before getting in there, because this one's gonna be long. This one will probably take us till 1 hour and something, so give me just time to go fetch some water, go to the loo, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. We're doing an espionage, which means we have to go in at the station and this is not the robbery, which probably means a PMC. Take the device and return. We have to go till 4th floor, so this is going to be challenging, and they do have beam weapons and we are not very protected against them. We start with the medical cabinet, the oven and the workbench. That's good. Take you. Anti-Radin is actually very good because we're going to be hit by beam no matter what. I mean, at minus 22% dodge, as I said, the oven and the workbench would be good to actually make a backpack, because we will get far more dodge weight reduction from a plain tier 1 backpack than we're getting from the fighter, from the tourist. So that, get into run mode and step in. We're not seeing anyone, which doesn't mean the room is clear, but at this point we do have a helper. Use it. At least it gives them something else to shoot it. Approach the door so that no one is there. That's a medical cabinet and a toilet. I mean, Dr. Jones is huge. We got glue. We're going to take the morphine. I just wish I had taken antibiotics in. Maybe on the toilet. No. Okay, door is open. Which means we've got someone. And that's another door, which probably is the door down. Which means we want to approach this from here. Okay, door is closed. And whoever was here has gone up. So let's use the cover to avoid getting shot on our backs and keep exploring. Room keeps going down. Okay. And you're here, which means I probably want to step back too. Actually 3. They killed the robot and we didn't get to see it. That's quite okay. Use the steam. And kill them. Don't want to advance on our last move, so that. Use the Dr. Jones. Get the Dr. Jones in the vest. So now the steam is good. And let's get to cover, because yeah, I was quite suspecting that. This one did things for us. You should be pretty dead. But you're not going to be advancing, which means we have to help you die. Here, move. We've got an oven and a shelf in here with a workbench. More importantly, eclipse blades. Which is another class. So, we've talked about mind chips. These are class chips. Class chips allow you to unlock different classes your operatives can be. Different classes have different perks. Different perks favor different kinds of gameplay. Eclipse Blades is the melee class. The one we're sporting now, which is Valkyria, is a bit all over the place. What gives us is pierce chance when we're shooting with SMGs. It's giving us more chance to heal. It gives us the emergency revival, which is if we die, we have a 1 in I don't know what. No, this is not this one. Emergency revival is more shock effect damage when we do it. Tactical reload just gives us dodge chance when we're reloading. Precise shot gives us crit when we're in stealth mode and shooting. And duty shift gives us less satiety drain when we're consuming addictive meds. So we actually didn't look into the trash, but we have to eat. Someone shot a nade, which is okay. We see that this is going down and we're not sure if there's someone here. But yeah, getting to cover was the play here. Three doors on this passage is a bit problematic. He was carrying a beam weapon. Let's move back though. So I won't actually, yeah, maybe we actually consume that. It's okay, had to be checked. So, Yeah. You actually pierce through. Is this open? It isn't. So it's probably just the way up that's open. I don't want to leave cover on my last movement. Reload this, because it only takes 3 actions. Also gives us a bit more dodge. Reload this. And step forward to see what we have, and it's a Guardian with a Hydra, which is not that problematic. You're a bit more problematic. But you're already wounded, so that's good. Let's make sure you're dying and you're just pain blocked. So we have to actually kill you. Looks like they're pulling from the north. At this stage, with all the noise we've made, if there was someone down, it would already have come. But never hurts to actually check. We keep checking, but at some point we need to start advancing. Or just melee. So, batteries is great. Do I want to lose this lot just to get 11 more bin? It's probably useful. It's probably useful and meant to be. Grab the Steveron. Disassemble you. Disassemble you. Grab you. And get repaired in case we need something else. And I want to step out of the way. Okay. We need to make a splint at some point. If we find a fabricator with a splint, we've got the first aid kit. And then just finding naloxone allows us to build another Dr. Jones, which is huge. Look down in case someone is creeping on us. Not the case, but you never know. I very much want to take the sheath. It's our last move, so let's take the juice. This, we take the anti-radiant, we disassemble you. Just in case we find naloxone inside, but no such chance. Okay, this is actually a dead end, which is good to see. And let's see. We actually carry batteries now, which means if we get a serious wound, we can recharge the auto dock, which is huge. Okay. And actually, as we're starving, it might come to recharging the auto dock here. Get me that bone. Yeah, we haven't looted the corpses here, but that's okay. I don't think we've got an explosive container. Well, we have one, but it's quite far. So let us just deal with necrosis. I think we don't... yeah, that's the max we can go, and hit the sorbent so we get rid of the infection. We carry the 5 meat for later, so that's good. And we get a bone instead of the shear. We haven't looted you. I mean, there was a ammo, and more importantly, a management unit here. What do we want to get rid for? Sorbent. The rest of you have already been looted, so okay. We briefly saw someone. Come on. Guess we move back. Really, game? I should be in cover here. We're just being obnoxious now. Yeah, we're cover against cover. So let's dance a bit here. The deep wound resolves in 1 turn. And it actually healed. So that's good. That was the door here, not closing. And the people pouring in are probably pouring in from down here or from the hallway here, which is okay. We're a bit low on health, but not much we can do right now. That's huge. I mean, we're carrying too much to be getting these right now. But for the next level, that's actually huge. Okay, this is a dead end, which is good to see. Explains why we haven't been getting people from this direction. I was going to say, this is probably dead end too, but at least it connects to another room. workbench. But yeah, it's a dead end indeed. So let's keep going. I want to step 2 back. I want to step 2 back. And it's a beautiful dance we do. That gets a save. Okay. I know if you're here, archives, you're gonna kill me for this, but let's go Buffalo. I mean, it's this. No, it's not the same. Let's not go Buffalo. Let's keep Fighter on. And hope we find somewhere quite soon to actually drop a bit of weight. But most of our weight comes from the armor we're carrying anyway, so it's not like we would actually save anything at all. Let's check you. 9 mil is great. Let's keep going. Oh, we actually do have an oven. And just in time. I don't think anyone here had a knife. This is probably also a dead end, but it has to be checked. This is the room with the poison. No, it actually keeps going. Let's check if the shelves are empty, which they are. And this is a medical room. And we find naloxone. Which means if we find... Yeah, use the auto rock. Get me to full health. If we find a medical fabricator, we will have enough to actually make a new Dr. Jones, which is great. Food is also great, but we get nothing from this watermelon. And yeah, as we suspected, this was pretty much a dead end. And we have to check up, but I doubt there's anything at all here. Not really. So it's just the way up that we've got left. And this really should be the elevator. Going into the elevator, anyway. Keep going. And that's the elevator, alright. Get more batteries. Okay, let's drop stuff. But we've just lost 8 kilos by doing so, so it's not much. However, an 8% can be make or break, so it's something. No one. And no one. But we get to see 3 doors. So that's something. Probably here. That's a dead end, which is beautiful to see. Someone opened the door. This is actually scary. But we managed to survive here. Can... No, I can't. Yeah, the accuracy on the pistol is quite good. It's on, and look if we have a real one or not. Looks like not. This shouldn't be doing anything at all for us. But as we're not going to extract it, might as well. Could drink the alcohol, it's calories after all. It's probably a problem. But not one that will get us killed, so... Yeah, well, if we do stupid stuff, maybe. Step back. We could run. I actually think running is needed. The laceration and keep moving back. You actually need to reload here. Okay. I want to leave something on the door so I have somewhere to fall. Yeah, I thought so. Getting a phone call, guys. I have to take this, so be right back. And I'm back. I probably just want to peek. Should have suspected it. It's just mild exposure, which is not great, but ain't bad either. You're dead and the door is closed. So let's head down. Because we actually had you still to deal with. Mild exposure is going to... Whoa, what was that? That's only one. That's a weird bug. Let's make a... How do I phrase this? Because the Reverend... Yeah, you're the Reverend. accessing the edge menu from looting a corpse. Actually, hitting ask while doing nothing on health menu. Gets you out of H menu, but you get the corpse with no gear. The menu, the loot menu for the corpse with no gear and no access to your inventory. And send. There was nothing on you I really wanted. Get a reload started, but do actually get the bug shit, because we need it. And I guess, yeah, that's the problem. Unless someone here had Servant, we're at a bit of a loss right now. Repair my weapons. I mean, we've got booze at least. That's not ideal. Actually, far from it. Alcoholism. You're just melee. Disassemble you. Get more calories in. This is a dead end, at least. And we buy time. Because I was quite sure. We weren't. We had the time to reload. Step one back. Step two back. You're just melee. We have ranged people coming behind you, so that's great. Okay, let's hide in the cubby. Actually, the problem here is we're not seeing them. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, you're coming forward, slowly but surely. Oh, come on, come here. Come here. Let's get more calories in. And a weapon to deal with the blockade. And that's more boots. Making noise? It's actually something that I don't know for sure. We actually are making noise when hitting a body pile. Nothing interesting here, but that's food. Okay. Hit you and move back. And I have a feeling this is mostly everyone on the level at this point. This doesn't deal with alcoholism. We left the servant on the other level, which is far from ideal. Sorry. Just melee, so let's check this first. But that's a medical bit. We shouldn't have the range. Let's get more calories in. And that's great. That's just poisoning. No. Okay, we don't have to use. There's no one there. We will be taking this on our way out. Leave it on the ground. Swap the weapon at this point. Repair you and you and everything. Helper is great. Gets us more space. I was quite actually hoping for a helper on this mission. Not you. Get into cover. This should be a dead end, but it isn't. Okay. So let's check here first. Repair our weapons. This should only let us repair beam weapons, but again, we've already explained it. This being the beta, and with the new changes, people say it's bug. I would rather say it's a balance thing until we can figure out how to not get weapons to get wasted so quickly. But what do I know? Leave you behind. Let's go grab our stuff. Saying no and actually makes me want to check. Yeah, don't advance yet. That's okay. That's a dead room. And that's a dead end, which is beautiful and helpful. Repair you. Use you. Repair you and take you out. And let's go grab our stuff and go down. Actually, oh, we're out of buckshot. So that's a bit of a problem. Where's my elevator? Being out of buckshot means... Oh, we're not out of buckshot. Get you in. Reload. Okay, yeah, like this game. Go down. Leave all the stuff on the ground. Actually, the anti-radding we want to be carrying around. So both are 3 AP. I think we really want to use the beam weapon now, even though I would really love to take it out. Yeah. You know what? Take our sweet time. You see a barrel? Oh, shoot a barrel. Let's actually eat some. It's already unlocked, but if we have space, we will probably take it out. Okay, that did nothing. But better safe than sorry. So, start with you. You to reload now. Oh, that was beautiful. I'm coming. I'm seeing you. So let's actually fall back. We don't have very good options to fall back. It might actually be better just to step into the door. Charge. I really haven't got damage per action, but that's about it. So let's use a bit of backshot here to avoid being shot. Let's head in. Come on, let me advance game. Backshot is good. This actually connects, so not somewhere we want to go right now. That's a dead end, and that's good. I'm seeing you. Yeah, we're starving. Not much can be done about that right now. Let's go back shirt. And hopefully one of you actually brings some food, which you don't. That's a pain. drop the bone, get you back, and get the knife. So I have a feeling. Oh, you actually fought against each other here. That's great. That did nothing. Wait, I thought this was a 4th floor. Okay, nothing here. Actually, do reload. That's a problem. That means we most likely have people behind. Exactly. It's mild exposure, which is not the end of the wound. And I have a feeling we should really go. So let's. We have to leave something behind, and that's something we're leaving behind. The least useful thing we have right now on us, probably the knife. Get us out of here, Jane. Okay, that took 15 minutes less than expected. Mostly because there was a floor 3 instead of a 4th floor. Floor 4. So we gain rep with Church, we lose rep with Coven, we make Church get power, and we make Sunlight Coven lose power. As a payment we get Woos, we get a PMC ration, which is great, 1 stack of backshot, great, we don't have it. A stun grenade, okay, some training materials, and precious, which I have a feeling it used to be a lot better than this. But it is what it is. So, the good news is we've actually gotten a lot of good stuff from the mission. The bad news is I don't have time for more right now, so thank you very much for watching, but I really should be going right now. So thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Have fun.